Hello, lovely.
Hello.
Are you alright?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you again.
And you?
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been good, thank you. And I feel like my skin has improved a lot, so I'm looking forward to this.
Perfect. So you say you feel like your skin's improved, so what have you been doing?
So I've been using a cleanser, and then those vitamin C drops, hyaluronic acid and moisturiser. And then once a week I've also been doing that routine but adding exfoliator and a mask.
Okay, so...
And eye masks. Once a week.
So you've been using a cleanser, vitamin C and hyaluronic acid,
Yeah.
and then a moisturiser.
Yeah.
Have you been toning at all?
No, just because I did it once but it was making me get like white hair, so I took your advice and used cold water instead.
Okay, that's perfect. Toner, reaction, uses warm water. Okay, that's fine. And then once a week you've been exfoliating and using the mask.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that a full face mask, or have you been using under eye, or a bit of both?
I've been using the little gel masks for under my eyes, and then like a paste sort of mask on my face. So not like a sheet, but it's like a paste
so
one.
a proper, yeah, proper mask. Okay, and have you been using an eye cream at all?
No,
Okay.
that I haven't been doing. To be honest, I thought the eye masks were the same thing. Are they not?
Okay, so an eye mask is basically the same as a normal mask, like a sheet mask or a mask, so it's like an added treatment. Now an eye cream or serum we need to be using every day still. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm really happy with that routine. I think that's fantastic, and you are feeling like you've got improvement in your skin, so that's amazing.
I'm interested to see what you see.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so that's brilliant. Is there anything else I need to be made aware of?
No, I don't think so.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's get into having a look at your skin. Okay, what I'm going to do first is just have a little look with the light. Okay, so you can close your eyes for me. Do you have any makeup on today?
I do have a little bit of blusher on my cheeks, and I've got false eyelashes on.
The lashes look lovely. Now just by looking at you, your skin is actually looking a lot more healthy, and I feel like it's, I know you've got a bit of blusher on, but I feel like it's a little bit more glowy. If that makes sense.
And a lot less dry patches, I think.
Just by looking, I can't particularly see any dry patches, and it doesn't look as tight as it did last time, so that's definitely an improvement. And it doesn't look dry, tight, and it doesn't look as thirsty, if that makes sense. So I can definitely see that just by looking. Okay. Okay. I can already see a huge improvement in this section. I can see that there's hardly any dehydration lines, if not none at all, which is fantastic. All here, which is great. I can still see a little bit around, obviously, the eye area, but obviously I'm not going to squeeze by your eye. I'm going to do that with my fingers. Okay. Now let me just check your chin. And that is exactly the same, so that is really good. Let's see if you just turn, thank you. And this side it is exactly the same, so that's really, really good. That's definitely a huge improvement. Okay, so your forehead definitely has quite a lot of dehydration lines still, and it probably is the only area that's probably looking a tad drier, as in more thirsty. Okay, not dry patches, and just a little bit around the eye area. But other than that, you've been doing a fantastic job. So whatever you've been doing with your skincare, etc., has been really helping. So we're on the right track there. And it feels a lot more suppler when I'm squeezing it, so that's a real good positive. Okay. Close your eyes. It will feel strange when I pull this off, okay? So that's just checking the T-zone. Okay, that's right. What I'm going to do now is get on my gloves and I'm going to start assessing your skin in a lot more detail.
Thank you.
Comfy?
I am.
It's very stormy out, isn't it?
I know. The drive here was wild, quite scary actually. The winds.
It's really windy.
It's flooded everywhere.
It's actually worse than I thought it would be, actually. I thought, oh, just exaggerating, and actually, no. Okay, let me just. At least you got here safe. Right.
And it's hard to get appointments as it is, so I didn't really want to cancel.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously it would have been okay if you did, but you know, I'm very busy, so but let's relax.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really nice still. It's nice and supple, and even with the tighter squeeze there isn't any dehydration lines. Okay. Feels fine. Okay, look here. So you do have dehydration lines here, a little bit there, see just where some lines are. So I definitely think you will benefit from a day eye cream.
Okay.
Even with your eye patches, you can use those probably more regular than a full sheet mask or a full mask. Again, that's just total preference on what you want to do, but I definitely think you need some kind of eye cream and serum.
Okay.
That's the only real area that looks quite dry, dehydrated, and a little bit liney.
Okay.
Okay. But that's a huge improvement considering you haven't even been really using anything there anyway.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more youthful than it did before. And you don't really have any dark circles at all. You've got a slight little bit of darkening there, but that could be sleep related.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Just close your eyes for me. You've only got a tad bit of reddening. Obviously, if you've got blusher on, but this just a tad little bit. Probably wipe over your face in a moment just so I can see it properly. Just turn that way. Again, that's really good here, really nice and supple. It's very hydrated, which is good. This eye is probably slightly more dehydrated than the other side.
Okay.
So it is a tad obviously lining. I feel like this side is definitely slightly a bit worse.
Okay.
Which that is common.
Would it be because that's the side I sleep on?
Yes, definitely. When you've got like say cotton pillows or whatever type of pillows, other than like satin or silk, it can age our skin more, and then obviously bacteria builds up in those kind of pillowcases, etc., and it can actually like speed up the aging process. So now you've said that, it kind of makes sense why this side is definitely more liney and dehydrated here, whereas that side's a lot more smoother, which is fascinating really. Yeah. Okay.
Because to be fair, I sleep on that fluffy bedding. The teddy bear please.
So that's gonna.
So I bet that takes out the moisture.
Oh, 100% it will do, because that's just like sucking up like a little towel or a dressing gown as it would dry you.
Yeah.
And then obviously bacteria in that would, you know, and you may even find that if you did get any breakouts, you'd probably get more on this side than anywhere else, because that's where you're sleeping, where the bacteria builds up, etc. So. Fine there. Maybe a tad little breakout there, very little. Now last time I saw you here and here was very dry. I'm not getting the same vibe this time, which is good. So it's not as dry here or here. Maybe a slight bit more here than here, but again. Okay, let me have a look. You don't really have any blackheads or anything like that. Maybe a tad little breakout there. Just a few blackheads here and some here, but it's very common on your T-zone. And a little bit of a breakout there underneath the surface. Okay. A little bit there. Yeah, so your forehead's still quite dehydrated. What kind of mask have you been using all over?
So you know the queso set, that one?
And that's for calming?
Yeah, the calming one.
Do you remember what ingredients are in that?
I don't.
Okay.
But you advised me to use it, so I've been using that.
Have you got like a jade roller or something like that?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so my advice, when you're popping on your hyaluronic acid, make sure you're rolling it in afterwards, so pop it in as you would get the jade roller and really like work your way through it like that, and around the eye area. Usually you get a large end and a small one. Use the small one around there, it will help push it deeper into the skin. Now I know you're quite sensitive, so I'm unsure about this with you, but micro needling, you can get a little roller thing. You'd want one that's not very deep, a light one. And I'm thinking if we can roll it over this section here and here, what that does, it opens your pores up more, and then when you apply things like hyaluronic acid, it pushes it deeper into the skin.
Okay.
But obviously you get quite sensitive skin, so it's not applying product, but obviously it's putting slight little prickly things over your forehead. So I would only say maybe do that once a month. And don't necessarily need to do it all over. I'm thinking more just this section and here, but avoid areas as much as possible that you get reddening, so don't put it here or anything like that. Maybe just slightly there and on the forehead, but that I'm going to leave that down to you.
Okay.
Make sure if you do get something like that, it's a very small needle. It just feels a bit spiky over your skin. Don't push deep, it's just gently rolling like that, and you can do like cross work with it, and then apply your hyaluronic acid, because obviously that's really going to help hydrate and plump, so that's going to help this area. Or I'd specifically look at getting a hydrating mask, and if you don't want to apply it all over because you're worried about sensitivity, again just apply that here and here and see how you get on. But again, I'm going to leave that down to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the sensitive one is a hydrating mask.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might just be because it needs more time, because I think it's been about 8 weeks, so that's only 8 masks really, isn't it?
Yeah, so you could definitely do some more.
Yeah. And in that time I've been to Jamaica, so I was in the sea every day and things like that.
Okay. So considering you've been in the sun and the sea, your skin is actually really good for that. Sometimes if people go away, you'd find that it's drier, it's tighter, when you've got all the salt and things like that. So that's actually really good then. So if we say, how long have you been back now?
About 2 weeks.
Okay, so it's very early.
Yeah.
So it's like sort of starting again in a way on this section. So I'm very happy with that. And a little bit of sun would have been nice anyway on your skin. I mean, you do have some pigmentation like always, but I don't think you've got any more.
Okay.
which is good. So it's not like I can really tell you've been in the sun and you've got like patches anywhere. I can't see anything like that at all. So that's really good. You must have wore some SPF or something when you were out there.
Every day.
So that's really good. Yeah, okay.
You know what though as well, I used a spray tan, and I think that also helps your skin prepare for the melanin, so I didn't get as burnt as I normally would using just sun cream.
Okay.
I'm not going to advise to only use spray tan when you go away, obviously use both, but I do feel like it helped a lot.
Yeah.
With not catching burns.
Also, depends what product was in that. You could have had something in it. I mean, it may have had an SPF in it. It could have had some ingredients that help with it. So if you find that worked and helped your skin, then I would say that do that.
Yeah, when I go away.
And then obviously make sure you are using SPF or sunblock or something like that when you are away. But considering that's, you know, your skin's doing really, really well. Yes, it's only sort of this little section, but as I said, it's like we're starting again with you being away. So, okay, what I'm going to do is just get you there. Good bounce. Slight little bumps under the skin. That side's okay. A few little broken capillaries still, but you've had that before, so that it's the same. Probably could do with this section. Probably exfoliating a little bit more here. I can sort of see little flaky bits off the skin. So obviously if you wipe that off and then dust it off, it will come off. But obviously some of them are little white packed bits, which are your blackheads that are pushing up.
Okay.
And obviously you got this. Does that hurt there, that little spot? Probably the odd little breakouts today. I don't know.
I think it's just hormones.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be a little bit of hormones. Depends where you are in the cycle. But that's, we all get a break. I mean, I've got one.
Yeah.
So, right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the blusher. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, we just make sure everything's gone. It's windy out there, isn't it?
Yeah. It sounds kind of eerie, doesn't it?
Yeah. Considering like we've got a lot of soundproofing in here. I'm just going to do that, and I've got to get my light and have a little look. That looks really good. No reddening at all. even when I've put that product on to remove anything. It's looking very, very nice, very healthy. You just tilt that way for me. Yeah, and now looking with my light, you don't really have any kind of breakouts as such. It's just tiny little lumps underneath the surface of the skin. You've probably got one little breakout there, and just obviously on the nose. But yeah, I can see just here, like now I've rubbed over the little white little bits. Sometimes if you see little white little speckly bits on, say, your nose and that, that's either a little bit of dead skin or just some stuff that's come out of your blackhead, out of your pores basically. Okay, happy with that. Okay, I want to just take a couple more samples. Okay, it will feel weird. Okay. Now these. And another one need to do. Looks fine and feels fine as well. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm happy with everything today. So I'm just going to write some notes. If I can find my pen. There we go. Right, so as I said, your skin's very clear, it's more hydrated, more supple and more healthier. Your forehead and your nose and your eyes are the only real areas of, concern.
Yeah.
So what I would like you to do is continue with what you were doing, because it's definitely working. But I would like you to add in an eye cream or serum, or both, it's totally down to you. Okay, and what I want you to do is, like, when you're applying it, I want you to like make it all the way around, dab 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 dab, and maybe a little circle actions, okay, when you are applying anything like that. Then I want you to use the eye masks twice a week, just for a little bit, don't have to do it all the time. And if you want to, you can use your normal mask twice a week as well.
Okay.
But I'm more concerned about the eye ones, really. Then think about, use your jade roller with the hyaluronic acid, and you can do it with the vitamin C as well, that's fine. And think about micro needling. You can get them for £5, something like that. A small needle. And just obviously do it on this section and there. But what I will do is write all this up in a report for you, and I will send it you, okay?
Yeah.
To your email, and then you can have a look through. Then what I'd like to do is then bring you back and have a look probably in a month or so, and then I can have a look and see if things have improved around the eye area and there, because obviously by then it would have been a little bit back from obviously your holiday and things like that, okay? So you don't have any more pigmentation, which is great. We don't have any redness today, and it was literally just a little bit of the blusher that was blending over, so that was really good. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I think you've covered everything. Thank you.
Wonderful. So I'm very happy with things. You're doing everything correctly, so I'm happy with that. As I said, I will get this over to you, and then I will also arrange an appointment, and then you can come back and see me, and then we could even consider at some point doing a in-salon facial or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, we could look at certain products and different things to aim for hydration, calming and all that, so that's something we could look into as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You are very welcome. It was an absolute pleasure to see you again.
And you.
And I'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.